Hey there guys, this is Flamsveron, aka YouTube's Toske, and this is the 12th episode of the Wheneverly Update. And it's also the first Wheneverly Update of the summer. Better late than never, I guess. I mean, plus there is something important that's going to happen next week. Just, something, not really, just something. And also, I probably owe you guys an apology because, I went ahead and went to the Renaissance Festival without telling you guys. Sorry about that. Though I have a reason for not telling you guys. The reason why I didn't tell you guys is because I thought of a day to go, but it was such late notice. Like, it was like the day before, okay, we're gonna go on this day. And so, I decided that it would be best if I didn't tell you guys because it wouldn't give you guys enough time to travel out here. Because I know there are plenty of you guys who are plenty of you fans out there who don't live around me. I know there's probably like one or two people who would probably be able to make it if they would like beg their parents to, drive out all the way to freaking, I don't even know, somewhere in Georgia. But, it was pretty fun. Orphan and I went and, he and I hung out. And, it was fun. I think we left like right before they were about to like close down, I think. Or, I don't know. But as far as stuff that's been going on, for one thing, I got Tales of Symphonia for the PS2, and it was pretty fun. It was sort of interesting to play the game again, and I could notice a few changes that they made from the PS2 version. For one thing, which is pretty obvious, the frame rate's a little lower. Of course, I knew that ahead of time because I remember there's a post on the Tales series forum saying that like the frame rate was like lower, so the characters would be a little slower, which you can't really tell that much. And besides, I think with Tales of the Abyss and whatnot, they kind of buffed up the frame rate. Because I noticed that some characters moved a little quicker in that one. Or I don't know. And also, there's more detail in the characters. Like, Kratos' hair was more red, and there's more detail put into Lloyd's hair and outfit. And also, some scenes were reworked from the GameCube version, like in the beginning where it shows Genius in front, and it's like, okay, I'll have someone else answer the question. Genius, how about you? I mean, well, Genius, yeah, it is Genius, but whatever. Anyway, and then like it shows him from the back as opposed to showing him from the front. Anywho, and so yeah, I played the game. Orphan and I will probably play it a little bit, and Transangel's gonna want to play it. In fact, he specifically told me not to play too much because he wanted to play Zelos. Also, I bought the DVD of Yu Yu Hakusho, like the first season. Transangel and I watched it, and he's out in Greece right now, so I'm gonna wait for him to get back so we can continue it. And Orphan will probably join us for that since he likes Yu Yu Hakusho. I got seasons 1, 2, and 3. I just need one more. And so yeah, pretty good stuff. It's been a while since I've seen that. Now on to business. E3 is coming up pretty soon, so I figured I should talk about that. Let me just be perfectly honest. I really do think we're going to see Tales of Graces there. There's really no other place they could show it. I mean, they're not going to show it at TGS because I don't think that's the place to show a localization of a Japanese game in English. And plus, on game trailers, on an Invisible Wall specifically, I think it was Shane Satterfield mentioned like, oh, Namco's showcasing a lot of Wii games, and so one of them has to be Graces. I also think there's a chance we'll probably see Tales of Vesperia on the PS3, because the game did so well here, and there's just so much added to the game. Like, it's not like Symphonia for the PS2 where they only touched up on a little bit of things and then just added like some costumes and probably made the game a little harder and down the frame rate. With Vesperia, they added so much stuff. It would probably be nice to have a Tales game that has downloadable content that isn't just getting stuff in the games, like stuff you can't get in the game. I also hope to see some other games. Like I'm pretty interested in that Arcania Gothic 4 game. That game looks pretty fun. It almost looks a little bit like Demon Souls a bit, but And speaking of games, to get a little off topic, as far as new videos go, I rented 2 games from Blockbuster, and I'll talk to those individually. Just a little side note, kind of wanted to find a way to put it in here, because you know how I am. These entire things are unscripted. They're a little rehearsed, but they're mostly unscripted. So, I just have the pictures to help me remember things. I'm also curious to see some stuff about Mega Man Online. That looks pretty interesting. I think that'd be pretty fun. That might be an MMO that I'd probably want to play. It's probably not necessarily an MMORPG, just more of like an online game. And I'll probably, play that as much as I can. And maybe MMOHut.com will do a review on it or something. And speaking of Mega Man, I also hope to see Mega Man Zero Collection. I think that'll be pretty fun to watch. Or to play. Like I said, I'm losing my mind. But yeah. While we're talking about, conventions and whatnot, the Tales Festival ended last weekend, and, they said they had a big announcement to make. And that makes me wonder what that is. Because, the next, we're getting close. I think we're, like, on Tales' 15th anniversary, so they're probably going to have, like, a really big game planned. Or something, or maybe they're going to make a Tales game that's, like, the best Tales game ever. Or maybe they should do what I hope they do and do an Eternia remake. That would be nice. I don't see why they are ignoring that one. I can kind of see why a little bit, since, the game is not necessarily that old, but still, it is pretty old. And so I hope they do that. And of course, I heard that there's going to be a demo of Narukiri Dungeon Cross. I keep wanting to say X. I don't know why. But I think that'll be fun. That'll tide me over. I'm still a little annoyed that they're bringing over Fantasia again, because I already bought Fantasia for the PSP, so, I'm going to have, like, 4 of the same game. Or technically 3. And that's too many. Voice acting wise, still doing the Goku thing, and I'm still waiting on the Sola fan dub, and I also recorded for voiceover for like a project that my friends and I had, which they were bugging me to do it. So I decided, I'm just going to go ahead and do it, and I got it done pretty quickly, and they seemed to like it, so, their patience was, well rewarded, I guess. I'm also been doing, that Sims 2 stuff. There's one in particular that I hope gets done. It's one called Summarized. Because that one looks like it'd be pretty interesting, and the person who, wanted me to audition was actually persistent enough to actually, get me to audition, so, because I get a lot of those, and, I'll be honest, I wish I could audition for every single one, but one, it's probably, too tiring for me, because voice acting can be pretty tiring, especially if you're trying to do a good job, and I think I've improved a good bit, to the point where I'm probably going to be more tired from that, but, So, yeah, just been, doing my thing, playing my games, got back into Rebirth a little bit, and I think that's pretty much all I have to say. This is like the shortest one ever, probably the longest one. So in conclusion, this is Flamzeron, aka YouTube's Tosuke, signing out. This thing is only 8 minutes. Maybe I'll drag it out a little longer. I've got like a minute to talk about something else. I should probably talk about something else. So, how are you? Yeah, here's an idea. Why don't you guys do a video response, like, answer this question. How are you doing? Do a wheneverly update. That'll be fun. Alright, guys, I'll see you later. This is Flamzeron. Bye.